Hey everyone, Dylan Kelly here, your trusted mortgage broker based in Alberta since 2015. Today we're diving into a topic that's more than just about the sticker price of a home. We're talking about what a $400,000 home really costs here in Alberta. Not just the purchase price, but the costs associated with purchasing, mortgaging, and maintaining the property. Before you say, hey Dylan, what are you smoking? You can't find a single family home for $400,000. Understand that while I can assist you remotely, I'm physically located in southern Alberta, where a $400,000 home absolutely does exist. And here are a few examples here. See, these homes are real. Now let's break down the costs, starting with the mortgage. Okay, with this scenario, let's pretend you're putting 5% for a down payment on a $400,000 home. That's a $20,000 down payment up front, but here's where it gets interesting. When you're applying for a mortgage with less than 20% down, a mortgage insurance premium gets added into the loan. You might think your loan amount day one is $380,000 after the down payment, but it's actually $395,200. That's right, on a loan for a $400,000 home with 5% down. You actually have a loan to purchase value amount of 98.8%. after factoring in the CMHC insurance premium of $15,200. For this example, I'm using a 25-year amortization, but if you're a first-time home buyer or buying a new property, you can actually opt for a 30-year amortization. But the CMHC premium increases even more to $15,960, making the loan to purchase price value 98.99% day one. Okay, moving back to a 25-year amortization for this example, to make things simple, your payment using an interest rate of 4.14% is going to be $2,108.93. Okay, let's talk about what you're actually going to be out of pocket day one for purchasing a $400,000 property. So you saved up the $20,000 down payment, that's awesome, but there are going to be other costs. First, before you finalize your purchase, you should strongly consider a full home inspection. Your realtor or mortgage broker, like myself, should be able to set you up with a trusted home inspector that can do a full inside-out home inspection to make sure you're not inheriting any of the seller's problems by purchasing that particular property. If there are substantial problems you can't live with, you want to figure that out before moving in. Depending what comes back on that home inspection, you can ask the seller to reduce the purchase price or even fix the issues prior to you moving in. A typical home inspection costs around $600. Another piece to the puzzle is going to be finding a lawyer that can help you with this purchase transaction. A typical lawyer fee is $1,250, but that just covers the service that the lawyer actually provides. There are also title searches, title insurance, cybersecurity storage for your filing, registering transfer of land, registering the actual mortgage. A fair amount to estimate for these extras would be about $1,200, making the total legal bill roughly $2,450 to move in. Additional factors that I won't include are moving costs. Maybe you can hire some friends with trucks and use beer and pizza to entice them, but movers aren't cheap, so make sure you consider that. That brings the cash you need for a typical $400,000 purchase to $23,050. I would strongly encourage you to have at least 2 more mortgage payments worth of available cash on top of this to not only be safe, but you want to make sure you're moving into a property without stressing about having the first mortgage payment bounce. And remember, once you move into your new beautiful home, you'll likely want to dress it up with furniture and maybe even some decor. Okay, let's talk about the costs of owning and maintaining a $400,000 property. For this part, I ask that you give me a 20% grace period on either being high or low on these numbers. I'm obviously averaging them out. I'm running the numbers based off my knowledge, and I do mortgages, I don't do utility or internet sales. After reviewing roughly 10 different markets in Alberta, I would say the average property tax bill for a $400,000 single family home is going to be $240 a month. In Lethbridge, where I'm located, that's going to be on the lower side, but that's for Alberta. You'll also need to make sure that your largest asset is insured, and an average insurance policy will run you another $225 a month. 10 or 20 years ago, I probably wouldn't run internet as being part of these mandatory numbers, but it is 2025. So I'm going to budget $100 a month for steady Wi-Fi. Electricity is going to be $156 a month, natural gas $124, hydro and sewage $45. Waste services and city admin fees are going to be around $32. Now that is a lot of numbers and you're probably wondering what the grand total is. But let's first talk about maintenance. This is a tough one for me to guess, so I used trusty old Google, which in this case wasn't very trusty. I had people saying $12,000 a year, but the common one I saw was 1% of the purchase price. And luckily for me, that makes the math easy. A $400,000 purchase price means you should budget $4,000 a year for regular maintenance, and that ends up being $333 a month roughly. That gives you a total variable expense of $1,255 a month. And the grand total of that in the mortgage payment means that the property will cost you $3,363.93. Okay, that's enough numbers for one day. As you can see, there's a lot more that goes into budgeting for a home, more than just the purchase price and more than just the down payment. If you have any questions, comments, or even rebuttals, drop them in the comments below. And if you found this video at all helpful, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more tips for home ownership and mortgages. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.